How's it going, gang? It's a final render here, and on the 9th to the 12th of August of 2018, Quakecon is going to be held, and there's going to be lots of cool stuff going on there. There's going to be lots of footage for games like Doom Eternal and Quake Champions, and lots of esports, I'm sure. But of course, there is also going to be a small little keynote with Todd Howard talking about some of the characters and leveling up systems in Fallout 76, followed by a fan Q&A. This is going to be taking place on the Saturday of the event at 9 AM PT or 12 PM ET on August the 10th on Bethesda's main Twitch channel. So, seeing as there is going to be a kind of fan question thing, these are some of the questions which I really hope get answered, because this is probably going to be Bethesda's last chance to actually show us some Fallout 76, and it's very exciting indeed. And speaking of fantastic things to be mentioned, today's video contains a paid sponsorship with Amino. Amino is an online app for Android and Apple devices for people to unite around their favourite passions, fandoms and interests. Among the thousands of community-run Aminos, there is also the Fallout Amino, which you should definitely join. I've been using it myself for the last few days, and there are some great folk in here to talk to, and there is always something fun to do. I really enjoy taking part in the community polls and also playing the community-made Fallout quizzes, but there are dozens of chat rooms, Fallout art and cosplay galleries, Fallout news and discussion chats, and lots of Fallout role-playing servers. There are even some very unusual but fun chat rooms hosting everything from poetry jams to Fallout-themed cooking shows, which is fantastic. If any of this sounds fun, go ahead and download the Amino app on your Android or Apple device and come follow me on the app and say hello. I've also made a very special poll that I want you guys to go ahead and vote in on my Amino page. I've gone ahead and put up a poll asking what kind of Fallout 76 videos we want to make when the game is actually out. So what are you waiting for, guys? Go ahead and follow me on Amino, go ahead and take part in that poll so you can help make a difference to what videos we want to make when 76 is out, and also go ahead and explore the entire Fallout Amino. I promise you, you'll have great fun. So I suppose this video really is just going to be a big list of a lot of the stuff which I want to see answered, but also that I've noticed you guys want to see answered. I've seen lots of comments and lots of questions on the internet, and I'm hoping some of these questions get asked in the Q&A. The first thing I want to go ahead and talk about is, of course, the beta. We know the beta is now coming out in October. It is coming out on Xbox first, then PC and PlayStation 4 sometime later. But the real question is, when exactly is the beta coming out in October? Is it coming out October 1st or is it coming out October 31st? You know, it would still technically be October, but we don't actually have a definitive answer as to when it will come out. And people really want to know this because some people are starting to feel almost a little bit ripped off for pre-ordering the game, considering the beta is so close to the actual release date. But really that comes down to personal preference. And also something else I really want to know about the beta is the beta the full game, or is it going to have sections cornered off and kind of locked away until the full release? Because this primarily is still very much a single player game. The only difference is all of the major NPCs are controlled by humans, and it's exactly the same for games like Elite Dangerous, for example. It's a single player game, but if you see another ship, it's probably another human being. And I really want to know, will they go ahead and corner off large sections of the story in order to go ahead and keep it a secret until the main release? Because I guarantee many people, if you can beat the entire main story during the beta, they probably will. In fact, some people will probably just record it and upload it as a Let's Play, and we obviously don't want that 2 weeks before the game has come out. So let's get some answers on that. Something else which people really want to know about is the PvP in the game. I've made lots of videos on the PvP, the player versus player combat, and what we think it will be like in the game. Because all we've seen of the PvP so far is this one little gun battle at E3. But the thing is, it doesn't really explain how the PvP works as a core mechanic in the game. It doesn't really show us what the rewards are. It doesn't show us how you can escape if you want to. We've just been told that you can escape very easily if you want to. Or if you don't want to be griefed, there are systems in place which stop people killing you once they've already killed you once. And the thing is, Bethesda have always said that they are a company which love showing their game rather than talking about it. But the thing is, they haven't really shown it either. And this is probably going to be their last opportunity in a big public event to show off Fallout 76 before the beta comes out. And I think it would be a really good opportunity to just show some people what they may have already paid for. Just show them what it is so they can be comfortable with it. If they're not comfortable with it, it is their decision if they want to cancel their pre-order or not. But you really do have to go ahead and give people that choice. You have to let them make that choice, maybe before the game is out. At least give them a little bit of a hint as to what it's going to be like. And also, show us the nuclear weapon system at play. To someone who doesn't go ahead and read interviews and read the articles on Fallout 76, it just sounds like a troll thing. Now, we know it's not a troll thing from reading a lot of the articles and stuff, but some people just need to see video footage of how it's going to work. So please, also go ahead and show some of the nuclear weapon system working as a core function. Something which a lot of people haven't really been talking about, but I think is very important to go ahead and show, is show us the varieties of quests we'll be doing. We've been told that there are quests in the game, and you get the quests through robots, through holotapes, through terminals, etc. But we don't actually know what kind of quests we are going to be doing. We know there is a main story, and we know that there are also going to be side quests. But what are some of the quests that we are going to be doing? What can we kind of expect? Is it simply going to be like Fallout 4, where there is lots of go to location A, kill enemy B, collect object C? Or will there be some more varieties of missions? I'm not too certain what I want, if I'm completely honest. But one thing I definitely don't want is Radiant quests. You know what Radiant quests are. Those are the quests which are basically the same 2 or 3 missions, but reskinned in maybe 10 different ways. So it sounds like you're doing a new quest, but in reality, you are not. And the moment you realise you've done this quest before, it immediately makes you not want to do any more of the questing. You would often see this in the end of games like Fallout 4, again, after you have beaten the main story. The factions, like the Minutemen, would often give you a mission to go and rescue a settler. But you'll do that same mission several times over, just with different enemies on different locations, etc. Nobody likes Radiant quests. Please assure us that there is going to be lots of fun, well-written, and well-executed storyline quests in the game. And something else, which is a final thing, which I think is pretty important, that would make a lot of people more comfortable, is show us how you can go ahead and find your friends, find your family in the game, squad up and quest and build an adventure together. All we know so far is that you can squad up in groups of 4, I believe they said is currently the cap, but they're still experimenting with it. But show us how easy it is to do that. Can we go ahead and go into a menu and invite someone in our squad into our server, for example? When they're in our server, do they have to walk towards us, or can we fast travel to each other? People really want to know how easy it's going to be to find each other. Sometimes when people play games, they don't have much time. Sometimes they've just finished work, they've only got a few hours left in the evening to go in and play games. They don't want to spend the entire time searching for their buddies. They just want to jump on and play. So please show us some of this gameplay in action. Okay, so those are my overall requests for Fallout 76 at Quakecon. If these questions are answered, I don't really think there'll be that many questions to be asked left. I feel as if I'll be pretty satisfied if a lot of these questions are answered. So, in summary, what are some of the things I want to know from Quakecon? I want to know what the main story quest is going to be like and what the main quests are themselves. I want to know how squadding up with your friends is going to work. What about things like friendly interaction? Show us trading. We now know that you can go ahead and build shops and you can trade with other players. Show us stuff like that so we can actually know how it works. I also want to know what the nuclear weapon system looks like and what it's actually like to use it. Is it really difficult to go ahead and do? Is it so difficult it's not going to be really worth the effort? Or is it something that you can probably do on a regular basis with a little bit of effort should you want to? Also the PvP. This is what definitely worries the most amount of people. Lots of people like Fallout because it is single player, and they like single player because they are not interrupted by other human beings. And you say there are ways to stop people being griefed, but show us how it works. There are too many people who are feeling as if they are not getting the answers that they really want, especially considering some of those people have already pre-ordered and are not sure if they want to keep pre-ordering it if you're not going to be honest with people about what the game actually is. And I think overall, most of the information we have got so far is pretty broad across the spectrum, but there is definitely a lot of information which we could definitely need, and Quakecon is probably Bethesda's last chance to go ahead and show it publicly at a large event. If not, they will have to go ahead and give some more answers in video forms or one of their own live streams but this is probably their last big chance to get as many eyeballs on Fallout 76 as possible until the release of the beta in October. So thank you very much, guys. This has been the final render. It's been great fun going ahead and theorizing a little bit more about Fallout 76. I'm really looking forward to Quakecon. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some Doom Eternal. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a like and a thumbs up. Thank you very much to our sponsor, Amino. Thank you very much for sponsoring this video. And remember, go ahead and join Amino. Go ahead and vote in the poll which I put up on Amino. And I'll see you on Amino. Until next time, I've been the final render, and you've been the audience. Bye-bye for now.